Shibori, a deep dive into the Japanese dyeing art. Shibori, jiao-ri, is an ancient Japanese textile dyeing technique that involves manipulating fabric to create intricate organic patterns. Unlike Western tie-dye, which often produces random designs, Shibori is a highly controlled resist dyeing process that has been practiced in Japan for centuries. Etymology and history. The term shibori comes from the Japanese verb shiboru, jiao-ru, meaning to wring, squeeze, or press. The technique dates back to at least the 8th century in Japan, with some of the earliest known examples found in the Shosoin Imperial Treasure House. It was traditionally used on silk and hemp fabrics for clothing worn by the aristocracy and samurai class. Over time, shibori techniques evolved and spread beyond Japan, influencing modern textile arts. Key characteristics of shibori. Resist dyeing. Areas of the fabric are deliberately blocked from absorbing dye through folding, twisting, stitching, or binding. Organic patterns. Shibori produces fluid, naturalistic designs that differ slightly each time, making each piece unique. Indigo as a traditional dye. Historically, deep blue indigo, aizome, was the most commonly used dye, though modern shibori incorporates a variety of colors. Labor-intensive process. Depending on the technique used, shibori can be simple or incredibly complex, requiring meticulous craftsmanship. Major shibori techniques. There are multiple types of shibori, each with its own distinctive method and resulting pattern. Kanoko shibori, lu nozi jiao-ri, fawn spot. Closest to Western tie-dye. Fabric is tied in small, tight sections with thread to create circular or dotted patterns. Traditional Kanoko shibori was labor-intensive, requiring artisans to tie thousands of small knots. Often used in kimono fabrics. Arashi shibori, lanjiao-ri, storm or pole wrapping. Fabric is wrapped diagonally around a pole, tightly bound with thread, then scrunched before dyeing. Creates diagonal wave-like patterns that resemble rainfall or stormy winds. Arashi means storm in Japanese. Produces dramatic linear designs. Itajime shibori, bandime jiao-ri, board clamped. Fabric is accordion folded and sandwiched between wooden boards or shapes, which are then clamped together. Dye penetrates only the exposed areas, creating symmetrical geometric patterns, similar to modern fold and clamp tie-dye techniques. Nui shibori, feng I jiao-ri, stitched resist. Involves stitching designs into fabric, then pulling the threads tight to create raised sections that resist dye. Allows for intricate, controlled patterns such as florals and landscapes. Often combined with other shibori techniques for more elaborate designs. Kumo shibori, jiju jiao-ri, spider web. Fabric is pinched and bound at several points to create a radiating web-like effect. Produces circular or oval motifs with a gradient effect. Miura shibori, sanpu jiao-ri, looped binding. A simple technique where fabric is loosely looped with thread instead of being tightly knotted. The resulting design has a watery, flowing appearance. Miura shibori is often used for large-scale fabrics. Traditional shibori versus modern applications. Historical use. Shibori was traditionally used for kimono fabrics, summer yukata, and ceremonial clothing. Modern adaptations. Today, shibori has expanded into fashion, home decor, and contemporary textile art. Technology integration. Some designers now use digital and mechanical processes to replicate shibori-inspired designs on mass-produced textiles. Cultural significance. Japanese heritage. Shibori is deeply tied to Japan's textile history and continues to be practiced by artisans. Sustainability. As a handmade dyeing technique, Shibori aligns with slow fashion and sustainable textile movements. Global influence. The aesthetic of Shibori has inspired designers worldwide, from haute couture to DIY fabric artists. Conclusion. Shibori is more than just a dyeing technique. It's a meticulous, centuries-old art form that reflects Japanese craftsmanship and design philosophy. Whether used in traditional kimono fabrics or modern textiles, its organic patterns and handcrafted uniqueness make it a revered textile practice globally.